Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and you are very welcome to the channel where interesting things are happening all the time. So a couple of days ago we streamed from the Blueprints house again, and my goodness, it was an episode. We solved a puzzle that we were very lucky to stumble on and delighted to get through, because anything I've seen in the comments or on chat suggested you shouldn't be able to access this puzzle that easily, and you shouldn't be able to solve it this quickly. So we're delighted anyway. It led some people in the comments to say this was the best session ever. So if you haven't caught up with any of the Blueprints streaming, I mean, to be honest, if you started with this one, you wouldn't really understand what the game's about. I acknowledge that, but I think it was quite interesting. And the VOD is always there on the channel under the live button. So that is, what is that man hitting out there? And why does he determine to make noise as soon as I start recording? I don't know. Anyway, that was going on then. Tomorrow on the channel is going to be posted, I understand, Simon's attempt at a puzzle that Jane Street sent us. And I had a go at this puzzle before Simon did. And my goodness, it's going to be a long video. That is my opinion. I didn't do it in one session. I wasn't recording myself, and it's going to be hard to fit it on the screen as well, I would have thought. But anyway, that is going to appear tomorrow morning, and it's a real bonus, I think. It's not a Sudoku. It's not a crossword. It's really nothing like either of those. It's a puzzle, and it's a big puzzle. Oh no, we're going to get drilling now. Yeah, we are. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and come back to you in a second, because there's going to be a lot of sound any second now. So irritating, sorry. Now, I've let you miss the drilling. You might be able to hear the back end of a rumble of thunder there that happened as well. Extraordinary. Anyway, so it's not drilling, by the way. It's sawing through stone. It's unbelievably loud and annoying. Right, so yeah, Jane Street puzzle coming tomorrow morning as a bonus, and Simon solving it. So I think that'll be very interesting, and I'd urge you to check it out. We've got other interesting things. We've got Spider-Man Sudoku is the patron reward for the month on Patreon, and it's fantastically good fun. It's quite tough, but lots of people have got through it. Hundreds of people have got through it, so you could too. And along with that on Patreon, we've got a gridogram video that went up, a connections video recently, and crossword videos. Yeah, we put up a crossword video this week, Simon solving Oscar Johansson from Finland's crossword, and it's very good, very well worth a look at. And when we get to Friday, I'll be putting up my monthly club special solve as well. So loads going on Patreon. Do join us there. It really is great value. Our apps are very good value too. They feature line Sudoku and classic Sudoku 2 and the Worms, including Blobz' eclectic Sudoku Worm. So great value there. Now, also we've got merchandise which is available too. I'm not going to plug it too hard. I've got a mug here just to show you that you could be drinking from a Cracking the Cryptic mug. And I am also, now what I'm going to do at the end of this video, I hope, and that's not guaranteed, but my plan is to solve this puzzle, which is by a newcomer, Suradip Das. But hopefully when I get through that, I'm going to try and take you through the correct beginning to yesterday's puzzle, which was called Busy Busway, and in which, in about the first 2 minutes of the solve, I put a bogus pencil mark limiting 6 to a certain area that I had no right to limit it to. It turned out it was in that area, so my pencil mark helped me, and in a way that logic should not have allowed. So I'm going to try and take you through the beginnings of that puzzle as they could have been done without making an error. we do make errors sometimes. That is the penalty of us trying to solve these puzzles live and opening them basically for the first time in front of you and having a go at them. If an error occurs, especially early in the solve, it does botch the thought process. Now, very often we have to unwind the puzzle that we've solved and find the error and fix it. But other times that error turns out not to have ruined the solve. And indeed, I believe yesterday it ameliorated the solve. So let's hope I don't make another one today, having gone on that blooming sideshow. And as I say, I will try and record at the end of the video how to start yesterday's puzzle without making the error. I mean, obviously, just don't make the error, but the logic changes. Anyway, let's have a look at regional mess first. Now, actually, this reminds me a bit of, did Simon do this yesterday? Florian Wertmann's mushroom something? Which was basically quite a few blue lines distributed through the puzzle. So this might be similar. Let's hope we can learn something from that. Normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 will go in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. Box borders divide a blue line into regions, into segments with the same sum. So that segment will have the same sum as that segment and the same as that segment. On a white dot, the digits are consecutive. On a black dot, one digit is double the other. Those are the rules. Give it a try on the first link under the video. There'll probably be a second link to yesterday's puzzle, but without its rule set. You can always check yesterday's video for that. Right, let's get... Oh, wrong button. Let's get cracking. Here we go. So, yeah, I mean, there are 3 cell segments connecting to 1 cell segments. So those digits are going to be the same, and they are going to be 6, 7, 8, or 9, because these 3 have a minimum of 1 plus 2 plus 3. That is going, oh, it doesn't apply to all the lines, but it does apply to this one. And red can't be the same as green because they see each other in the column. Now, what about this one? This cannot be, yes, that's good. I'm going to call this blue, not blue, light blue. And red can't be the same as light blue because of this column, and green can't be the same as light blue because of that row. So those are all 3 different digits. Now, if I can find one of the other lines, if I can either identify, I mean, this is definitely different from red, green, and blue because this cell sees them all. And that digit's the same as that on this line. Now, this line has 3. Right. It does, yes, this does see them all, doesn't it? Ah, yeah, but yeah, this has to be different from red, green, yellow, and blue. But what I was hoping, actually, was that this would have to be from 6, 7, 8, or 9. But its longest segment is 2 cells. Oh, here comes the drilling. I'll pause again. Right, I'm sorry about that again. Normally the workmen below have finished by this time of day. They're working on the flat below me. And they don't make too much noise, a little light hammering or so on, apart from when they saw that stone right outside the window that's next to me. Anyway, what I was going to say is these 2 cells don't force per pink to be 6, 7, 8, or 9, which is a shame. This sees every one of red, yellow, green, and blue. It doesn't see pink, so it could be pink. This one could be yellow or blue. Oh, hang on. There's 5 cells in this box. Yes, that's really good. Okay. Pink is from the 6, 7, 8, 9 family. And now we have the situation that I think Simon was getting into with Florian yesterday, where we have, right, no, sorry, I didn't explain why. These 5 cells add up to a minimum of 15 because they have to be at least 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that means that green plus pink, which represent the same total, therefore add up to a minimum of 15 too. Now the least, or the most we could put in green is 9, so the least we can put in pink is a 6. And now we have our full set of, well, they include blue. We have our full set of 6, 7, 8, 9 digits, green, red, pink and blue. Yes, that means that yellow cannot be one of those digits because it sees them all in this cell specifically. I'm just checking that blue does see all of the others. It sees green there. It sees red and pink here. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So yellow is not 6, 7, 8 or 9. It's 5, 4 or 3. I know it's not less than 3 because these two digits have to sum to yellow. They are now less than 5. This one, I don't know. As I was saying, no, I do know. No, I don't know. It could be pink. Okay, what I can do is place red in this box next because these reds rule out those cells and you can't put it on its own line when that's a different length. So red has to be there. Then there's a red in one of these cells. Oh, pink in the central box. Can't be in those or on its own line. So it's in one of those two. Now, the only way pink can be here is if it's a 6. Putting green as a 9. And then we would know that this added up to 15 because pink and green would add up to 15. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, yeah, that doesn't work. Pink cannot be here for that reason. Because if pink was, the only digit you can put from 6, 7, 8, 9 on a 3-cell segment here is 6 with a 2, 1 pair. That would leave 3 and 4 at least. Maybe that's the easier way to see that. 3 and 4 at least in these trying to add up to 6. That doesn't work. So that's not pink. This is pink. I think Simon would do that a different way. Pink is now in one of those cells, but I think it could be here with a 2, 1 pair there, and then red would be 9. Okay, what can we do next? Green is not in any of those cells. It's also not red or pink. So green is in one of these two, and then one of these two. That must be right. Blue's not quite so contributing. It can't be in those cells. I don't really want to mark up those as possibly blue because they're all offset and it doesn't feel very helpful. Yellow obviously is in one of these three, but I don't see any prohibition to it being on the line. Blue in this box is down here. I mean, this seems like it's got the key disambiguating dots, perhaps. Red is in one of these 3 cells. I hadn't noticed that. There's the light hammering now. Anyway, yellow, I don't know. I'm not marking up yellow. It's interesting that yellow has to be different from the 6, 7, 8, 9 quad, but that's all. Into this cell, I write 6, 7, 8 or 9. Now, there is the issue that pink might be there, and then pink would be a 6, and red would be 9. That specific case won't work. Right, I don't think pink can be here. Now, why I don't think that works, and I could be wrong here, is because I think that based on this plus of 5 cells here, if pink was 6, green has to be 9. But if you put pink here, red has to be 9. If you put pink, so if pink is 6, that's the only way you can put it here. But pink being 6 makes green into 9 by virtue of this adding up to at least 15. And then red can't be done because it's got a 6. It's not allowed to be 9, and there's 2 cells that have to be different from each other to add. So I don't think that can be pink. I think this top one is pink. And that's going to put pink in one of these cells and not do much else. But it does do something up here. It puts blue onto this line, doesn't it? It does. Blue can't be the same as yellow there. Yeah, because of this. Yes, okay, that's fine. Blue is now definitely on this line. And once one of the high digits gets on one of these 3-cell lines, it has to be 6. So blue is 6. Its line is a 1, 2, 3 triple. It appears on this line with 1 and 2, adding up to 9, which is the red number now. And I could write, shall I get rid of the colours? Not yet, I will do soon. But it's useful now to know that neither green or pink can be 6 or 9. So they are a 7-8 pair. And now I do know green and pink definitely add up to 15, therefore. And this group of cells is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these digits come from 6, 7, and 8. So apart from green, one of them is the blue 6. Now that can't be the blue 6. And this must be the blue 6. And there's a 6 up here somewhere. I am on the verge of getting rid of the colours. If you don't like the colours, people are split. Like, I get quite strong views of please colour to the end, and quite strong views of please remove the colours as soon as you've used them. We've got a 3, 4, 5 triple. These digits can't be as big as 5. They're a bit like this line. They're from 1, 2, 3, 4 now. But this digit is not yellow, so let's come up with a new colour. That's orange. Right, this is going to have an impact, I think, on this white dot pair. Yeah, this can't be, well, I don't know. There are 8 possible combinations that can be a white dot pair, ab origine. There are 8 basically consecutive relations amongst the Sudoku digits. There's 1, 2, 2, 3, etc., all the way up to 8, 9. Now we can rule some of those out from here. Anything involving a 6. So I've ruled out 5, 6, and 6, 7 as being on this white dot. I can also rule out 3, 4, and 4, 5, because if I was to put them here, they would only leave 1 digit available for both of these cells. So I've ruled out 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, and 6, 7. I've only got the 2 at the bottom, 1, 2, and 2, 3, and the 2 at the top, 7, 8, and 8, 9, to think about. Now, I'm definitely going to rule out 1, 2, because that would leave these 2 cells to be a 3, 4 pair, which breaks this. I thought I was going to rule out 2, 3, but maybe I'm not, because then this is a 1, 4 pair. No, I am going to rule that out. If this was 2, 3, this pair would be 1, 4. That digit would be a 5, and there'd be nowhere for 3 in this box. Remember, we were positing 2, 3 here and putting a 5 there. None of these cells could be a 3 anymore. So this is not 1, 2, or 2, 3. Oh, I've got to pause again. I'm hearing... Oh, goodness, I'll be back in a sec. Sorry, that was just an unsolicited call. Right, now we've limited this down to 7, 8, or 8. Oh, have I restarted? Yes, sorry. 7, 8, or 8, 9. So one of those digits is an 8. Now that hasn't got 9 off this pair and into that cell, which I was sort of thinking it might. But it's quite interesting, I hope you'll agree, that we get 8 into one of these, onto this white dot, by eliminating all the possible pairs that go with it. Oh, this digit can't be 3, because if it was, that would be a 1, 2 pair and this cell would break. So 3 is definitely in one of these 2 cells. Still, I did notice this when I was filling in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a quintuple. This pink digit, I keep wanting to call it purple, that's got to be here in row 5 now. I'm glad I kept the colours suddenly, because I wouldn't have noticed that otherwise. And then these are a 6-9 pair. In fact, that's the only place for 6 in the row now. And then this must be a 9. And now this is not a 9. 9 is on this pair. Oh, that was a much simpler way to without working through all these blooming dot combos. That was a much simpler way to work out what this is, because now I know 9's on it. Therefore, it's a 9-8 dot. Oh, well, I still enjoyed the process, honestly. I get such satisfaction out of Sudoku, it's almost painfully poor. Right, now these are from 4, 5, 7, 8. We got that 9. Ooh, yeah. Where 9 is not on this white dot, because a 9-8 pair here would break that cell. So 9 in box 9 is in one of those two cells. I feel like maybe I ought to be able to tell which, and I can't. Pink is in one of those two in box 3. Oh, pink is in one of those two in box 1. Now, if pink was here, what is pink? 7 or 8? Ah, yes, this cell sees 9 and a 7-8 pair. It can't be more than 6. And this can't be pink, which is 7 or 8, therefore. And this is pink. And that's is going to let me finish off all the pinks in the puzzle, I think. There we go. We got one in the corner. Now, how about greens? I haven't got many greens, so probably not much about greens. Or reds, 9s. I don't know. Oh, maybe this pair adding up to 7 or 8. Well, they don't have a 1 in, because the 1 is needed on that line. Yeah, that was a power of nothing, wasn't it? Oh, in this row, 5 must be in one of these cells, so it's not in this pair. Jolly good. By which I mean, that didn't really teach me anything. 8-9 pair, looking at this pink and indeed at this pink. All the pinks are 7. Right, that means the greens are 8. And that means this is either 1, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 5, and this is either 2, 5 or 3, 4. This digit can't be a 2 anymore. That's not all that much info. 9, 8, 7, 6. Yellow, yellow. Oh, okay, I don't know. The black dot can't be 6, 3 at the moment. Can it be 4, 8? Do I have to consider all the pairs for this one? Oh, hang on. I've got 4, 5, 8 still to place in this box. Well, that does... Okay, I am going to consider I'm going to consider a few pairs for this white dot. It can't be 9, 8 because that breaks this cell. It can't be 8, 7 or 7, 6 because of the 7 in the box. If we allowed it to be 6, 5, that would be a 4, 8 pair. This would be 9, and that would be from 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, no, look. It's Sudoku. There's a 6 on it by Sudoku. Mark, don't be so useless. Right, there's a 6 on it by Sudoku. So that is a 6, 5 pair. So we will allow it to be a 6, 5 pair because we can't stop it. That places 5 here. Now we've got 6, 5, 4, 8, 7. That digit is a 9. That one's an 8. 8 has a colour. That colour is green. This colour is red. And this digit can't be a 4, and this one is not a 9, it's 1, 2 or 3, and this is now where 9 goes in box 9. And that digit can't be 9, and 9 can't be on this line because that would break the total of it, so it's in one of those two cells. And we got a 9 here, so it's in one of those two. It probably is on the add the sum of the line piece. 5 can be placed in box 3. And now 5 is not yellow, so everything on the yellow line reduces. These must include a 1 now, and either 2 or 3. And I thought that was going to do something. Now in this row, where's 4? That is in one of these 3 cells, so neither of these can be a 4. And this one can't be 3 anymore. That digit is 4 or 5, and one of these is 4 or 5. That's the conclusion there. All 7s are done. 8s, they were going better. Yes, this is now a 6-8 pair up in the corner. And that means this digit is... Where's 5 in the top row? It's in orange. Oh, the driller man's back. I can't believe it. Oh, it's so annoying. I can hear him setting up. Here we go. I'll pause again. Wow, it's hard to remain genial when the noise is so loud. Right, we got a 5 up here. This pair adds up to 5. Oh, I suddenly thought I had a clash of 5s. I don't, it's okay. This pair adds up. I'm going to remove the orange though. This digit can't be 4, so that one can't be 1. That's not powerful. There's an 8 X-Wing. One of these two has to be 5 in row 4. We know there's a 1 there. Right, where's the 1 in row 6? If it can't be in box 4, it's got to be in this cell. Yes, it got ruled off this line because of the 7. That's good. Okay, so we found that. Oh, I haven't looked at this black dot since we got an 8 here. Good time to look at it. Now we got rid of... Oh my goodness, pause time again. Very rarely has the stone sawing noise been so prolonged in the past. Anyway, this black dot is now a 2-4 pair. And that is a 3. And then we can fill in 2. And I think we're cruising now. Maybe I can get this finished before he starts up again. That won't do me any good, because I was going to look at that other puzzle as well. 3-4 pair. Sort that out. This is a 2-5 pair. In this row, we've got 1, 3, 4 to go. Yeah, I'm not going to look at that dot yet, that line. This is a 3-8 pair. This digit is 1. 5, 2, 9, 7, 6. The 5 is looking at this cell, so we can finish that line by maths. Then we get a 4 in the yellow cell, and then... Oh, he's going to do it again. So we get a 1-3 pair here. This can't be 1 or 4. We've got 2, 3, and 5 still to place in column 4. This is a 1-8 pair. I don't know what that means here. That can't be 4. We haven't placed 5 in this box and can't. 3, though, is looking at the beginning of the row. So that's 1, that's 3. This is not 3 or 4. That's a 1, that's a 3. Now we can't have 3 and 5 adding up to 8, so we must have 3 and 2 adding up to 5. And things are going well. So in this column, we need a 1-3 pair down towards the bottom and a 2-6 pair in the middle box. This is 9 and 4 in some order. We still haven't done the 6-8 pair at the top. Oh, we have done this 6-8 pair. So let's get the colours right on those. Probably failed to keep colouring some large digit somewhere. Let's get rid of that yellow. Oh, maybe not yet. Anyway, 3, 7, 1. Oh, that 3 is looking across here. 8, 3. This can't be a 3, and nor can that. So the 3 in column 4 is done. That 1 is looking at this cell, which gets us a little bit of colour. That 8 needs colour now. Now we put 8 in one of these cells. We can't put it here because I can't put a 1 on the line. So I'm going to have to put 8 here. And that's going to mean that this digit is 9. And that's going to place the last 2 9s in the puzzle. in cells that are definitely red. These cells are definitely not, and indeed that digit contains a 4. And the 9 sum is made up of 4, 5, not 2, 6. Well, 4, 5, 2, and 6 are available. And if one pair doesn't leave a 9 remainder, it must be right. So 4 and 2 there, 6 and 5 here. I can colour away to my heart's content. We need 6 and 2 here, so we can do them by Sudoku. Colour the 6s by magic, and the 8 there is green. There's an 8 here that's green. Have I got 4 colours in every box? Apart from this one, I think. So there we go. That's all the colouring done. And the greens are 8s, and the blues are 6, and that's a 4. This is 1, 5, 2. That line adds up. This is 5. That's a lovely puzzle. Sort of deep, good work. And when you solve the puzzle, there will be a solution input. But there wasn't for me, but that's really good. Regional Mess. I think he said Regional Mess because I just couldn't think of another name. It's fine. That's a good name. I like it. And it's a good puzzle. That's good fun. And there were similarities to Florian Wertmann's mushroom puzzle yesterday. So let's hope we're learning. I'm probably never learning. Talking of learning brings me back to Busy Busway. Now, hopefully I have learnt some of the route through this puzzle after the comments yesterday revealed to me that I had made an error, for which I apologise. So what I did early on was I filled in a 3 there, that was fine, and a 6 here in one of these cells. Because the 3 generated a 3 into one of those 3 cells, somehow in my brain that was symmetrically matched by a 6 being put into one of these 3. And I think that's what I did. And it does turn out in the final solution there's a 6 in one of those 3, but I'm not entitled to assume that. So we're not going to assume that this time. Instead, I'm going to try and learn or teach what I learnt about the rest of the puzzle as I went through it. So this might be a combination of solve after the event and how I did it. So I can't even remember what order I coloured these in. Let's call this one yellow and this one red. And I might have used the other order last time, but it doesn't affect how we solve the puzzle. Right, the rule in this, by the way, of course, and do check yesterday's video, is as well as normal Sudoku rules, no cage has digits that are a subset of another cage. So if this cage had 9 and 5 in it, this cage couldn't have both 9 and 5 in. And it's a really intriguing rule. The way it operates is absolutely fascinating, but it means for a single cell cage, once a digit appears in one of those cages, it can't appear in any other. Those are the most powerful cages in the puzzle. And what we consider is where do yellow and red go in the central column, the central row that I've just highlighted. They can't go in a cage. So this one also can't be red. So that must be yellow and this must be red. And that is, it seems the smallest possible start, but it's quite important. Then it took me quite a while yesterday to come up with the notion of considering these 2 cages. So first of all, let's think about yellow and red in this box, which has the 5-cell cage. They can't go into the 5-cell cage, so they must be in these cells. Yellow and red will appear somewhere in these cells. However, there are other things that have to get into those cells, and they include one of the digits from each of these 2 cages. The digits from each of these 2 cages cannot appear in those cells, and they can't both go into the 5-cell cage. Therefore, in each case, one of them, and it always has to be different because they see each other, one of them is going to have to go in this cell and this cell. Now, I coloured that very oddly yesterday, but let's call them light blue and violet. And one of those is in this cage and one of them is in this cage. But they only leave room for yellow and red in those two cells. Now, the next thing that I think we have to think about is where yellow and red go in boxes 4 and 6. Yellow is not allowed in a cage, so it can't be there by Sudoku. It must be in one of those two cells, and now this can't be yellow and must be red. This can't be red and must be yellow, and now red has to go definitely here, not in a cage in this box. I think that's right. I don't think I've made any misassumptions yet. It's quite possible, so just bear with me. Now, red, at this stage of the puzzle, sees 6, 7, 3, 2, 8, 4, and 1. And 9, actually, there. So it must be 5. I think that's fine, yeah. Red is 5. Yellow sees 9, 8, 3, 5, 6, 7. So I think we're down to 1, 2, or 4 for yellow. We don't know where it goes here. 1, 2, or 4 is what I'm going to say. And I think that's okay. I'm also going to say if it was 2, where would it go in this box? It couldn't go there by Sudoku or there because there's a digit in it. So it's not 2, it's 1 or 4. I have no idea what light blue and violet are at this point. Now this is about as much as I've memorized, so let me try and remember what happens next, because we haven't approached my cage down here, and we need to. Yeah, now that there is a complicated stage here, and I sort of got to it by thinking around the problem yesterday without quite understanding how neatly you could put together this solution. Okay, it's to do with, well, firstly, these two cages. Well, no, it's to do with the fact that these 4 cells, we've got 4 colours here, and one of those colours must be in every cage in the rest of the puzzle. Apart from this box 5, one of these colours must be in every box in the puzzle. Otherwise, the other cage that I'm talking about would have only digits from this cage in and would break the rule. So every cage in the puzzle must have one of these 4 digits in. And that applies in boxes 4 and 6, as well as everywhere else. So we've got red there, yellow there. We need one of these to be in that cage and one of them to be in that cage. And that means neither of them are 6 or 7. The same is true in this box. One of them must be in this cage. In fact, let's christen that light blue. So this one isn't light blue now, and this one is. And one of them must be in this cage, and that's violet. And that means they can't be 3 or 4. So now these digits can't be 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. We are selecting only from 1, 2, 8, and 9. One of them must go in this cage, and that can't be 1 or 2. So that must be 8 or 9 going in that cage with the 3 that Sudoku requires to be in it. I don't know which colour that is. This cage as well needs one of them. And in this row, it can't be 8 or 9. So it must be 1 or 2. It's either 1 in that cell or 2 in that cell. And we can determine which colour this one is, because if we were to put light blue in there, we would have light blue, which is 1 or 2, appearing there, there, and in one of these cells. And that would be 3 of the same instance in 2 columns. And I did get kind of through that point in the puzzle yesterday. So I did understand that. So light blue is impossible there. They must be from violet. and be 1 or 2, either a 1 in that cell or a 2 in that cell. That also means that whichever one is violet can't be here. Because if it's a 1 in that cell and it's a 1 that's violet, it can't be there. If it's a 2 in this cell that is violet, 2 stops violet being there. So the violet 1 or 2 will be over this side. But also we now know that violet is 1 or 2, and that's in this cell, and light blue, which is up here, is 8 or 9, and that's in this cell. Now, by Sudoku in row 5, light blue has to now be in one of these 2 cells, and it's also in one of these 2 cells. So it can't be 8, because if that appeared in both of these, this 8 would be a third instance in columns 8 and 9. So light blue must be 9. And it must appear in that pair, and that now is a 9, and I could colour this light blue, and I'm blooming going to. 9 is also now in this cage. I mean, we haven't still approached what's in here, although by Sudoku we could actually look at this and say it's now 2, 6 or 7. This one is not 2, 7, 9, 8. It's 1, 3, 4, 5 or 6 by Sudoku. It can't be 5, because that is red and that can't get into another cage. So one of these is, remember violet, is 1 or 2. The other one is some other digit, and I'm not really going to go mad about talking about what it might be. But now what next? Because now it gets difficult, as though it wasn't difficult at this point before. Okay, let me just think about what happens if yellow is 1. Then that digit is 1. And that's 1, and these are 1. And blue must be 2 in this case. I can't, oh yeah, that would be 2. Now I can't quite falsify it. There might be something that could be done, but I can't see it. I'm going to put a 5 in one of those cells by Sudoku, 7 in one of those 2, and 7 in one of those 3. Oh, in this row, this digit is 4, 6 or 8. Yeah, no, there's still work to be done. Oh, there's a beautiful point here that I didn't really see yesterday. Yeah, the point is about these cages. Yes, we know that in each of boxes 4 and 6, one of them contains light blue and one of them contains violet. But there are other digits in those cages too. And these 2 3-cell cages what digits have we sort of sorted out so far? We've sorted out 3, 5, 9, 6 and 7. Obviously 3 will be in a cage here. Ah, and it can't be with 9. Maybe that's interesting. Oh no, I'll tell you what's interesting. This digit, this cage, can't have red or yellow in, because red and yellow can never appear in another cage. Must have blue or violet in, and that can't be in this cell, which sees both violet and blue. So this digit here is blue or violet, and therefore is 1, 2 or 9. I'm not going to mark it as blue or violet, because I'm trying to keep my markings down to where I know they live within the box. But it does mean that this digit cannot inhabit the same cage as blue or violet, depending on whether this is blue or violet. Yeah, I don't know quite what that means. Okay, what I was going to think about instead is that there are 4 2-cell cages remaining, as well as this and this. Now, what do we know about them? They don't contain red and yellow. One of these has a light blue 9 in it, and one of them has a violet 1 or 2. Sorry, just bear with me while I try and remember how we can deduce anything else at this point. I mean, it is still a very tricky puzzle, and let's not make any bones about that. 2, 1, 7, 3. We've got a 3 in one of those cells. That's not it. I think we need to think about either the 2 or the 3 cell cages now. What is going to go into the 3 cell cages? In terms of the colours, only blue or violet goes in them once each. Will it be once each, or could it be violet in both cases? It could actually be violet in both cases. But that still leaves 4 digits that must go in here. And what do we know about those 4 digits? They can't be five or yellow. Yeah, sorry, I don't know. There is something to be thought of at this point. I'm just trying to work out what it is. Oh, there's a 6 by Sudoku in one of these cells. Hadn't noticed that. There's a 6 in one of these cells. If it was there, this is violet, then violet's in one of these two. Yeah, maybe I need to do some Sudoku. We've had a 3-9 cage. Yeah, so if this digit can't be 9. Yeah, there we go. We've had a 3-9 cage. 3 in this box, because that's not 3, that's 1, 2, or 9, as we just worked out. 3 is in this cage. Now 9 can't be in it, so that's not 9, and it's not blue. This is blue and is 9, therefore, for the row. So that gives us 3 and 9 up here. Goodness, I certainly don't remember thinking about that before. Right, so we've got another 9 there. We've got a 3 there. Now, there is a violet in this cage now, because there is not a light blue in it. Now, what can't go in this cage with a 3? Have we just 3 and 9? That's how we got it. 6, 5, 9, 7. These digits actually can't be 2 or 8 by Sudoku. So that pair is 2 and 8. This now can't be. Oh, can it be violet? Yes, it could be, because that could be 2. That's strange. Okay, let's do. Can we do any more Sudoku? We might be able to. If yellow was 1 now, 1 would appear here. And here and here. Let's just think about this. Violet would be 2 and would be there, 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 and here. I can't quite work that out, sorry. Right, I need to do something else. What does 9 go with here? Is that constrained? Not really. Maybe there's 9 Sudoku to do. Oh, 4 is looking at that cell. That can't be 4. 9 is definitely in one of these. Along with either 1, 2, 8 or 7. I mean, it is still a very tricky puzzle. So I'm you know, I know I got through it with an accidental pencil mark yesterday. I don't feel too bad because it's so hard. Right, we know 3 is in this cage, along with what? Either that is 1 or that is 2, depending on what violet is, and we don't know. One of these is a blue 9 that can't go with a 3 in its cage. This digit, 2, 7, 3, 5, 4, 6. This is 1, 8 or 9. Oh, one of these two is a 4 by Sudoku. I hadn't realized that until now. Three is in one of those. 3 is in one of these two. That's quite interesting too. Oh, maybe there's something about 3s. No, I don't think so. 3 there. This could still be 3. But that would then be 2. And would 2 and 3 being in a cage together, it would force the hand over here. Nine goes with either 2 or 8 there. I'm sorry, I am still trying to... Oh, 7 is now constrained to one of those two cells in box 4. This digit must be 1 or 8. That seems to be all that's left that it can be. So, if this was a 1 now, if yellow was a 1, that would be a 1, and this cage would be 6, 2, 8. That would be 7, 9. I mean, it would all fall into place if that was a 1. I can't rule it out yet. 5, 6, 9, 7, 3. These are from 1, 2, 4, 8. Not very interesting. 9, 5, 4, 3, 6. 7 is in one of these cells. Yeah, purple. Violet has to be in one of these two, and it's either 1 or 2. It's also in this cage, being either 1 or 2. Oh, maybe this is the point at which we have to think about what digits can appear in these 3-cell cages. Yeah, maybe it's worth considering. So, what can appear in them? This one either has a 2 in it, and then it won't have a 1. So it's 2, 3, 4, or it has a 1 in it, then it won't have a 2. Then it's 1, 3, 8. It's either 2, 3, 4 or 1, 3, 8. This cage has got a 1 or a 2 Oh, in one, I don't think this can be a 1, can it? Doesn't that mean that the 2 has to be here? Oh, I don't know. I haven't got a reason for that assertion. No, there's something else I need to do. There's something else I need to do at this point. I don't know what it is. Oh, 3 is in here with Violet. Violet's definitely in here, so 3 can't be in there. That's not a 3. So 3 in this row must be in one of these cells. Ooh, what if that was a 4? No, I don't know. Don't think about that. 3 is in one of these cells. Not that one by Sudoku. There's a big old 3 up there. So it's in one of these 2. If it got in this cage, it would be with either violet or light blue. But 3 is already in here with violet and in here with light blue. So it can't go there. And this is 3 in row 8. That is quite hard to see. That's not 3 now. 3 in the central box has been found. And then 6. And now this can't be 3. That's a 1-4 pair. And this digit is 8. And the other digits in the row are 2 and 7 in some order. That becomes a 3 given the 1-4 pair. So I don't let that be violet anymore. We get a 3 into one of those cells by Sudoku. And we've got a 3 in one of those 2. That's an X-wing on 3s. I mean, it is all logical. It's just very difficult to do the logic. Right, we've still got 6 in one of these 2. So yellow remains 1 or 4, but we don't know which cell it's in here. Okay, this cage is going to contain 8 and violet. This digit can't be 8, therefore, or this cage would also contain 8. Oh no, hang on. That's not a fair conclusion. Because 8 violet and some digit could be matched by 8 violet and some other digit here. So that's a dangerous conclusion. We still didn't get where 7 was. One of these is 1 or 2. It's either a 2 there. It could be a 2 here as well. Okay, is something ruled out of this cage? Or is something now ruled out of this? This contains violet and either... It doesn't contain both 1 and 2. Because that would force both of these to be 1, 2. No, I'm not certain about... Yes, that fails because then that cage would be replicated in that cage. Gosh, that's a bit harder to see. So it's not 1 and 2. So the violet is the low digit, is 1. And that could go with a 6, but then 6 couldn't go in this cage with violet. It would have to go here. Or it could go with 7. No, that won't work. 1 and 7 won't work because 7's not allowed in the cage with violet here, but it would be forced into it. So we can get rid of 7 there. How about here? If this was 4, this would be 4 and violet. But yellow would be 1, and now 4 and violet would be forced into this cage together, and that would break. And now we've got to the point where this cage is either 1, 6 or 2, 6, and we can go back to my assumption that 6 must be in that row, because it must be, finally. I mean, I could keep solving this, but it's probably going to take me a long time, and you could consult yesterday's video. It gives us a 6 there. I'm going to keep having a look because I am just intrigued by this puzzle. It is such a wicked puzzle, and I really got quite into it, if I'm honest. So let's think about that being a 1. That makes this a 1 and this a 1. Now the violet digit is 2. Oh no, now I need to think about what goes in these two cages. Because obviously violet is common to both cages. But there are certain digits that cannot go in these cages. Here we have either I don't know. I'm not quite seeing how to do this yet. Sorry. This digit is 1 or 6 by Sudoku now. 495378 it sees. That is 1 or 6. That's a pair in the column. That's a surprise. 872. This digit is reduced to being a 9 by that. That's just Sudoku. Extraordinary, but there we go. This one is not blue, and this one is blue. Now, is there anything 9 can't go with here? Only 3. No, nothing really. 3, 9, 8, 5, 4. Everything else is 1, 2, 6, or 7. This one is 2 or 7. Wow, I'm sorry. I do find this very difficult. I mean, I make no bones about it. Probably just need to spot something else at this point. 6395. That digit is in one of these two. This row 49537. This can't be 6. It's 1, 2, or 8. If this was 7, that would be 7. This would be violet, and that would be violet, and there'd have to be 1s. So yellow would be a 4. If instead this is 7, then this is 7. Okay, let's try saying that this is 4. Then yellow is 1. This cage would then have to be 6, 2, 8. Oh, that doesn't work. Right, why didn't that work? If yellow was 1, yeah, if yellow was 1, we have a huge problem. We have a 6 here, and this cell needs to be the violet digit, which is 2. But then we've got 6 and 2 in this cage, and we're also going to be throwing 6 and 2 into that cage. So yellow is not 1, yellow is 4, and that's key. Right, this digit is 1, that's not 4. That is yellow, this is not yellow. This is 4 up here, Mr. Yellow. And one of these two is yellow 4. And one of these two is yellow 4. This is not 4, obviously. Now, actually it might still apply. If this digit is 1, then that's 6, 2, and 2 is violet, and that forces this to have 6, 2 in it as well, which is against the rule. So that must be 6. This must be 1. That must be 6. And we know which one is violet now. Now we know that 1 is violet. It's taken a long time to get there, and this is only a redo of this puzzle, but there you go. That's what happens. And I do like sometimes clearing up mistakes. So that is my violet 1 now. And let's colour the other one that we have violet. Okay, so now every cage needs 1, 4, 9 or 5 in it. So these cages need either 1 or 9 in it, and that forms a pair at the top and bottom because they can't go in rows 2 or 8. 1, 9, 4, 3, 5. This digit is 7 or 8. This is 6, 7 or 8. This is 2 or 7. Down here we have a 3, 5 pair. Right, this cage, now one of these must be verboten in some way. 1, 3. I'm not sure, that's not a 1. This is 2, 7 or 8. There's probably some reason I know something about it. Or this one. I don't know. What have we actually put in cages? Don't know yet. Right. If that's a 2, this puzzle is so weirdly difficult to get a grip on. That digit's 8 or 9 by Sudoku. I can see that. Took me a while, but I can. Oh, this row, that digit is a naked 5. That's the sort of thing we want. Now we've got a 2, 7 pair here, and that digit becomes 8. This can't be 8. That's not 5. 9, 8, 5, 2, 6. One of these is a 4. One of these two is a 4. This column needs 4, 6, and 7. Chocolate teapot triple emerges irritatingly. Now, if this was a 9, that would be a 2, 7 pair. They would have to be different. And this would have to be an 8. If that was a 9. So if this is 9, 7, the only place, oh no, we could have a 9, 2 down. No, I mean, it just isn't easy to draw consequences from what's going on. It really isn't. That's red. Oh, one of these need, oh yeah, no, they need one of those digits in, don't they? 1, 9, 4 or 5. That was the point. And we've achieved that. I haven't done anything else. This is a 2, 8 pair, that's just Sudoku. This is a 9, 7 pair. 9, 7, 8, 2, 6. These are from 1, 4, 5. And this one is 1 or 3. I mean, I would like something to just fall out of the woodwork in Sudoku. That would be helpful. 4, 3, 5, 8. This can't be a 7. It can't be 1 or 9 either. That is 2 or 6. Okay, then what? We've had 1, 6 in a cage. Am I still... So that can't be a 1, 6 cage. If this is 1, that has to be a 7. And this then has to be 2 and 9. At which point that would have to be 8. We'd have a 2 here and an 8 here. I can't see if this breaks. Now, it is interesting though. If this was 1, this would have to be 7. If this was 1, it doesn't feel so constrained, unless one of these has to be 2, and that is the case. Either that is 2, and this has 1, 2 in its cage, or that is 2, and this has 1, 2 in its cage. So 1, 2 is not an allowed cage here. And that's quite interesting. So if 7 is in this cage, this digit is a 9. And then it must go with 7. So if that's a 7, this is a 7. That's interesting. Now, what a denouement to this crazy puzzle. That would be a 7. That would be a 7. Got 7s there. We'd have a 7 here. We've got one there. Wow, I mean, it seems like it holds together. But it is intriguing to find that one of these cages must have a 1-2 pair in. Because it feels like that's going to be powerful down here. 6, 3, 8, 2, 7. Oh, we know where 9 goes in this box by Sudoku. It goes there. So, one of these cages is 9-2 and the other is 9-7, and this one must be 9-8. Okay, good. Probably doesn't finish anything. We've got 2 7 pairs left in these rows. And that 9 has put a 1 up here. That is different from that. But what about the 1? What is that allowed to go with? It's only disallowed from the 7 if this is a 7. So if this digit was a 7, that fails because, yeah, that's so interesting. Oh, hang on, maybe it doesn't fail. If that's a 7, this is a 2, and that has to be a 7. Maybe it doesn't fail. These are both 7s. Then I've got 7 here, 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 and I'm surviving on 7s. Unless that breaks something else that I haven't figured out. I should colour my 9s and 1s. There's a 1 in one of those cells. That's not a 1. There's a 1 in one of these two. I don't think that's getting anything done. 5, 6, 4, 2, 9. We need an 8 in one of those. I noticed that earlier and didn't pencil mark it. That digit is a naked 2 now. It sees everything else. So there's a 2 in one of those 3. And 1, 4 are the remaining digits in the final column. 2, 1, 3, 4. I mean, it just ain't easy, this. That is 7 or 8. That's all it can be. What about this? 1 or 8. So I'm sure that's a useless quintuple, which is pretty much true. It's got to come down to these cages somehow. Those two digits are different from each other. So let's colour 2s and 7s against each other and see where that goes. Grey and orange. That's different from that one. So that's grey, that's orange. One of these digits is a 6. Grey and orange. Come on, let's just think about grey and orange being 2 and 7. There's 1 here, 1 there. Oh, there's definitely a grey or orange here, but I don't know which it is. There's a grey in one of these cells. I don't know, that doesn't do it, does it? I mean, it feels like it's a very important thing to look at, but it doesn't rule this out. Is this ruled out by something I've done? Yes, 1, 6 here. That's how we do it. Goodness me, 1, 7 there. So 2 here, 7 in this cage. Right. Didn't need the colouring, but it does help a tiny bit. That's now a 6 near the top of the puzzle. Now I can unwind this box entirely. It's all finished. That's a 7. This is a 4. Got a 1, 3 pair there. Right, 1, 7, 6, 3. This is a naked 5. That place is 2. That's where 9 goes. Then I can do 4 and 8. 6 here, 8, 5, 9, 7, 9, 2, 8, what a puzzle. Absolute craziness. This is a 5. That must be 4. That's 1. That deals with 3 and 1, 3 and 5. And there we go. Done it again. Barely easier than, well, not easier than last time, but because I wasn't using the incorrect pencil mark. But wow, I mean, it's still very difficult, I think. But it's very, very clever. So thank you to both Pseudodeep and to Neonesque today. And sorry about the unusual video with the sort of double puzzle in it. See you again tomorrow. Do come back for more. Bye for now.